So, Halfdan is king. And I think the best way to describe his feelings about it is disappointment. He spent his whole life in his father's shadow. He spent his whole life trying to be a person he isn't. He has healthy children. He has a wife that, at least right now, seems to like him, in spite of their differences. But I can't imagine that he's satisfied. How could he be? He is a compassionate and forgiving man who spent his whole life putting on a show, pretending to be a Viking, a warrior, a raider, a terror out of legend. And he's never cared for it. Not at all. I wonder if he cares for any of it at all. I don't think so. I don't think that any of this means anything to him. I don't think he cares about solving the petty disputes of his courtiers. I don't think, for one, it seems clear to me that he loves his young lover and his concubine far more than he does the wife that his father foisted on him as a boy. I don't think he's involved in the lives of his children. But that makes me wonder, what is his truth now? He's given up on being a great Viking. He's passed that on to his brother long ago. He's given up on proper adherence to the Astaru faith because he simply can't do it. He can't participate in the rites. He can't do the sacrifices. It's just not in him. Every single time he's tried to do what he thought that either the gods or his father would want from him, it's pushed him beyond his control. His original rage with his brother was just that kind of situation. He thought he knew what was wanted of him by his culture, by his father, and he couldn't have been more wrong. It probably would have been better right from the beginning if he had simply sought peace with his brother and tried to unify them in another way, instead of emulating his father's warlike ways. I think the question of how he's going to live his life going forward needs to begin with what he's going to do about his problem with his faith. I think the idea will be that he's going to go on a great pilgrimage, but not a standard religious pilgrimage. He's going to go all the way back through the place he was born to the place where his father was born. Oh, it seems the fact she's my lover has been revealed. That's not good. And she's most likely pregnant with my child. We're going to have to decide what to do about that. This is a big mess we've gotten ourselves into. Clearly, Halfdan cares more about this woman than his wife, though. And I don't think he would let her child go unacknowledged. She can't become his concubine because she's married, which is actually his fault because he didn't know what to do with her, so he forced her to get married instead of taking her as a concubine because he was afraid she'd be upset. Ugh. Anyway, he's going to go on an epic journey all the way to England, passing on his way through where he was born, to where his father was born, and then right to the edge of the world. The purpose of this is to discover whether or not there is anything at all. Oh, this will be helpful. Athletic will be really helpful if we can get it. You know, I've been hard on his sister, but she really has been good to us. Once he reaches the edge of the world, he will decide whether or not he finds anything in him that keeps him in the place he's in. And if he finds nothing on his journey worthwhile, if he finds nothing except more empty, meaningless rituals, the decision has to be made. I just can't see myself not legitimizing her child. Like, if If it was possible to do, I would marry her. Like he obviously cares more about her than he does his wife. It's right now he and his wife are doing all right. But I mean, they've literally never consistently got along. Half the time she hates him, half the time they're doing great. Very hard to predict which it'll be at any time. Oh, oh, Sundari. Well, good for her. Right now, he and his wife are doing all right. At least they were the last time I looked. Ah, nope. That relationship is disintegrated again. Most likely because of the fact that his lover was revealed, and she's given him another son. Now that he's legitimized his lover's son, that's like 4 sons. Deary, Deary. Another modification of his obsession with his father. He's finally learned Tamil. That's worthwhile. Yeah, we're not committed enough to Odin to give you any any land in our territory, no matter how much money you might give us. Yes, I'm pretty sure. You know what? New rule, new law, right now. Being the king's lover, not illegal. We're still not ready to go on the pilgrimage. We really want to go on the long pilgrimage all the way to Jorvik and cross all of the lands that are ruled by the Nords on the way, just because it feels like a good completion to his journey. Uh, Another child? Ugh, two, two so soon. Oh, there we go. My sister is scheming again. It's like her. It, it's just like it's her favorite thing to do. I just don't know how to feel about it anymore. I was so mad at her before, but I think she's a lot like me. I think that just the expectations of her father and me putting the burden on her of making her like the priest, it's just been too much for her, I think. I'm gonna take back what I said before, and I'm gonna just keep pardoning her. It's okay, sis. You be you. You be you. Another daughter? I don't know. No, I don't know how that I even care really. I, he's just so detached from his children and his life at this point. Feels like he's like a ghost in his own body. He doesn't know who he is at all. And always his sister here, helping him out. She's probably the strongest relationship in his life, although he's got a good relationship with his brother too. I mean, he has done a lot for her. He has kept her out of prison several times, so they have that to build a relationship on. Not sending her to prison. Speaking of his brother, hey, bro, thanks. It's nice that you've formally acknowledged me as king. I think with the money he just gave us, it's time to go on the very long pilgrimage. I think, even though the idea is that he's going on a pilgrimage to cover all of the area that Norsemen like himself have gone through, the most poignant thing to me is the fact that the lands that his father ruled when he was a boy, they're basically gone. They're disintegrated, right? They've fallen into nothing. I mean, not strictly speaking fallen into nothing. They've just there's no sign there that they were even there. I think that all on its own is enough reason to say that he would just move on. There's no sign that he and his father were ever in those lands. It's not even been that long. Well, I guess Dyer was 22. 22. 22. Okay, maybe not 22, but something like 22 when he left. And now his grown son, starting to head into old age, goes back through the lands that they came from and finds absolutely no trace they were ever even there. What? Wait, what? Is somebody trying to murder my lover? Well, we should be able to. That should be fine, right? She should be able to stop it. She discovered it. That usually works, right? And now he returns home and he puts up a stone marking his rise to becoming a great king. And yet I still don't know he's any closer to knowing who he was. There is one thing that's relatively certain, though. He's not a Staru. We're not putting her in prison. We're just going to keep giving her pardons. She's just been too an important person in my life to put her in prison. And, of course, we'll make our bleedy daughter into a shield maiden because, Halfdan just feels like women don't have enough opportunities. And he has one opportunity he can make very available to them if they have a strong arm, fighting in his army. What? I'm infirm? Oh no. It's all coming apart. He just He's just a man with no strong faith in himself. He just doesn't have it anymore. He's just spent too much time trying to be things other than himself. He just doesn't. Just he just doesn't know who he is. And I wonder if he has enough years left to figure it out. I guess he'll train his daughter Alvori himself. This is his concubine's son. Yeah, just whoever. Somebody who's in his education trade. He doesn't matter anyway. He's like third or something, or fourth. Is this happening again? Always. Always. All the time. We are always granting you pardons. Uh, you know, it's my life. It's honestly my fault your life is so hard. It's honestly my fault your life is so hard. I was very careless in deciding to marry you to a man who probably hates you of a religion other than the one that I made you a priest of. Oh, she looks good as a warrior. I really think you were meant for this, even though you were reluctant. I really think you were. So the time has come. Halfdan is ready to make a big commitment. He's going to give up Odin, worship Vishnu, and join and convert to Vaishnavism. The only person who doesn't look like they're going to be in on it is some stupid mayor, and, well, you know how we feel about stupid mayors. Okay. This is Tyke. Tyke seems to be our support priest, or I should say holy man. Let's see our new priest is not very good. Luckily, we have Tyke to take his place. Get in there, Tyke. That's where you belong. The reason we picked Vaishnavism is because I think there's a sort of a comfort. Oh, consumption. I'm infirm and have consumption. I'm just gonna die any minute now. Oh my god. This this asshole killed my lover and his wife. Uh I can't imprison him, so there'll be no execution. Uh what does this even mean? Uh, so we're murdering this guy, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We don't care. That stress is correct. The stress is correct. Why? Yes, I need a cat. I desperately need a cat. I need something. Why? Why did why did how did he succeed in spite of the fact we uncovered his plot? That should have made it like 5% chance to succeed. How did he succeed? We're just going to eat ourselves to death. You know, I after everything I said about him finding his way in this, no. He's going full manifestation. He's manifesting his dad fully. We're just going to take this because that will give us a little bit of health, so we'll live a little bit longer. And we have one goal left. Our final goal. Uh, the cat's name is going to be what I feel in my heart. What I feel in my heart. Uh, uh, just, just drink. Just drink. Just do whatever you can to keep your stress level down long enough. We need to live long enough to murder this asshole. I I wanted to be different from my dad. I tried. I tried to be different from my dad. And I've just been pushed down the path of murder one more time. Just who are these people and why do I care? Why do I what I I married that girl who ended up being my lover and the father of two of my children to the man who murdered her. I need to stay alive long enough for him to die. I need to stay alive long enough for him to die. What even is this about? Some kind of so this is the barony one. This is the one where he just builds a thing there and I get lots of money and he becomes a baron. That's fine. What? Oh, this is King Solomon. I will raise the boy myself. I think that's I I will I will who I he needs to be dead. That's a good kid. Yeah, I'm definitely raising that kid myself, but I don't think I'll be alive for very long. I I can't believe I married my lover to a man and that he killed her. I Does this even matter? uh, it's we still want this to happen. We still care, right? We care enough not to make the situation worse, right? Do we still even care about this? I I don't think we care about this. I don't think we care about this. Ugh. The only woman, well, one of the two women he actually had real effect. Melancholic. How am I still alive? It's literally just hate. It's literally just, I'm just staying alive long enough to have this happen. You know, my goddamn lesbian wife hates me again. You know, I don't want to see any of her children inherit anything. Thank Vishnu that we lived long enough to see that man in his grave. I don't want that. She's just, you know, in a way it's her fault. It's her fault that I couldn't marry, that I couldn't be with the woman that I wanted. I I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. I'm none of those things anymore. I'm not calm or forgiving. I finally am part of a religion that matches up with my actual feelings, and I just don't care. It's just too much. This guy's life. This guy's life. Just eat. Just eat. just how what okay. First thing I know is I do not want okay. Okay. Now that we no longer have concubines, I'm confused. I can't figure out what I'm trying to do here. Okay. First of all, this smug-looking kid who I absolutely have always hated, I hate him. I hate his face. You know, that woman who has never treated me properly, her son does not deserve to inherit this kingdom. So, while I'm still around, okay, that's the son of my concubine. We're just going to fix this because I don't have concubines anymore. Because concubines are an Odin thing. They're not a Vishnu thing. So now she's my second wife, which is a Vishnu thing. Now, okay. I hate your mother. So now I hate you. We're going to put you in prison. During the feast, we're going to put you in prison. Then we're going to no, we have to disinherit you first. Okay, we're going to disinherit you. And now we're going to banish you. Okay. Good. Now, that awful woman is no longer going to have her son inherit. Wait, is that other kid her son? I don't really remember. And these guys damaged Bloodboat House banner. Bro. You know how important Bloodboat banner is to me? You know, I just don't know anymore. Obviously, I'm not blaming my brother for this. I'm not. It's the asshole's fault. It's the asshole's fault. I don't care. Yes, go away. Yes. Take some stress off of me. so that I don't just literally explode. Ah, my new wife. Yes, give her credit for everything. Give my old wife no credit. I think my current heir is still my old wife's son. That's Oh, I think my current heir is my old wife's son. I think my current heir is my old wife's son. I think my current heir is my old wife's son. So let's just put him in prison and disinherit him. No, thank you, Void. You fill my heart. Okay. Okay. Now we now we disinherit him. And we exile him. Done. Done. Wait. Yeah, I don't care about you anymore. I don't care about you anymore. Uh, just go away. I I don't even know where to go from here. I I oh shit. Shit, we need to re-inherit him because he is not the kid I thought he was. He's actually um uh we can't re-inherit him because we don't have enough points. Um that's the kid I was supposed to disinherit. That's her other son. Oh, I I don't even know what's happening. I've completely lost control of my focus on this game. She I cannot believe I'm dead. I'm dead, and he's still disinherited.